Welcome to Askew Adventures, where I play a variety of games, both old and new, with varying degrees of success. And this time we are heading back into the Outer Worlds. Last time we just completed everything in the Emerald Vale. We are about to step onto the Groundbreaker with the power items we need. And a companion that has no armor, because I forgot to put him in armor. Let's see. Wow. Okay. Well, we'll just leave him in what he came in then, because that's better armor than she's got. Alright. Alright. I thought I put something in those lockers, but I don't remember. That was...
Captain, I have detected that Edgewater's power supply is now optimal. I applaud your willingness to invest your time in the local community. What can I do for
sure.
you, Captain?
I have the power regulator.
Do you know how to install a power regulator?
Um,
Outstanding,
yeah.
Captain. Your aptitude for engineering will prove invaluable in the event of another catastrophic engine failure. Our engine room is located behind you, across the cargo bay, up the ladders.
Very good. Seems like a thing a captain should know. Across the cargo bay and up the ladder. There's another ladder up. I wonder what's up there. Huh. It's a ladder into the kitchen. Excuse me, we're on a ship, the Galley. Why is there a sealed door on my ship? Alright, all these doors are still sealed. These are the crew quarters. I guess they're not the crew quarters, and not till I tell her that we have a crew and she agrees to let them be activated as the crew. Otherwise, they're just gonna stand there.
What can
Alright.
I do for you, Captain?
You can detect that
Our
I've...
systems are operating within acceptable parameters. I am prepared to bring the Unreliable into low-altitude orbit. This should prove an adequate test of our flight capabilities.
Um... Oh yeah, we're out of here. I can see why they call it the Unreliable. It's a very, very good name for the ship.
We have received a communication request from Dr. Phineas Wells.
Um, I don't know if I've been waiting to hear from him or not. Yeah, sure.
Ah, there you are, hale and hearty, and captain of your own ship. I see you're putting the Unreliable to good use. Shame about her former captain. Horrible way to die. How
Yeah.
are you feeling, by the way? I lost track of you in that cave back there. Experiencing any, unnatural drippage? Perfectly normal side effect of thawing, I assure you.
Unnatural drippage. Also, I can slow down time.
Oh, that, yes, that's probably permanent. I wouldn't worry about it, though. I'm sure you're fine. What you saw in Emerald Vale is happening all across the colony. food shortages, lack of supplies, and basic necessities. We're dying. The chairman, the minister, and all their lackeys on the board are to blame. The Hope has some of the brightest minds Earth ever sent us. If we can revive the Hope's colonists, they can help us undo the board's mistakes. They can help us set things right. You need to get to Stellar Bay on Monarch. I have contacts there. They'll help me, help us, find the chemicals to revive your fellow colonists. Gladys Culkelly, lovely woman, runs a cozy little black marketing outfit on the Groundbreaker. She can get you a nav key to land on Stellar Bay.
Why do I need a nav key to land on a planet?
Strictly speaking, Monarch is a moon, terraformed badly, and almost completely lawless. You'll love it. Captains don't fly their own ships, you see. Your navigation terminal handles the, navigation. Think of a nav key as a set of flight instructions. The board's been confiscating nav keys for Stellar Bay, so we must rely on unconventional means of acquisition. Hence, Miss Gladys Culkelly.
Right. Black market.
Gladys and I have been doing business for years. Her smuggling credentials are unimpeachable. If anyone can get you a key to Monarch, it's her.
Can't I land somewhere outside of Stellar Bay?
In theory, I suppose you could land your ship in Cascadia, and in theory, I suppose you might survive the experience. Cascadia is utterly seething with dangerous, highly aggressive creatures, more than capable of tearing you limb from limb. You'd have to be a lunatic to land in Cascadia, and I'm reasonably certain I tested your brain for incipient signs of insanity. Trust me, talk to Gladys Culkelly.
So what's just stopping me from leaving?
Without a skip drive, good luck. You'll be dead before you make it to the nearest star. Look, I admire your optimism, but the sad truth is you're stuck here. You, me, and the rest of this colony. We're all skating precariously around the edge of oblivion together. None of us are leaving Halcyon alive, so we may as well make it a better place, and we can start by reviving the Hope.
Fine.
Excellent. I'll send her a wireless. Let her know you're coming. By the way, I gave Captain Hawthorne a disguise apparatus of my own design, cutting-edge technology, years ahead of its time. I call it the holographic shroud. I'm sure it will prove remarkably useful to you. You'll find it in the captain's quarters.
You want to explain what a holographic shroud is?
Marvelous device. I'm quite proud of myself. The shroud changes the user's appearance to mimic that of another. It has limits. First-generation technology, you see, but promising. Exciting to see it in use at last. Very simply, the holographic shroud uses biometric information contained on standard identity cartridges to generate a holographic projection around you.
People will actually fall for this? I don't know.
The beauty is they don't expect it. The shroud is the only one of its kind. We humans have a tendency to overlook the unexpected. Activate the disguise, walk past someone. What do they see? A figure dressed like a fellow employee. Don't act odd. They won't focus on you.
And some limitations.
Only stands up to a casual scrutiny. Use it too long, bound to flicker, blur, something like that. Movement makes it more likely. Best used in moderation. When you see guards in your path you can't sneak past, for example. Maintain your distance. Act normal. No running, no jumping. Don't draw their attention. If they pay attention, they're more likely to notice flaws in the hologram.
So don't make myself look like a clown. Why do I need some gadget for this? Can't I just steal a uniform?
A change of clothes. What is this? Some old spy serial? What inattentive and brainless guard would be fooled by such a shabby disguise? The holographic shroud masks not only your clothes, but got your face and fingerprints. It modulates your voice and sweetens your breath.
You're saying I need to brush my teeth?
Science, that's how.
Science.
Excellent. I'll contact you once you've found a way to get to Stellar Bay. If you have any questions, come see me in my lab. And remember, don't trust the board. They'll try to win you over with promises of wealth and power, but it's a lie. The board's only interested in filling their own pockets. If we don't put a stop to them, they're going to run this colony to the ground.
Transmission ended. If you are ready to depart, please select a destination on your navigation terminal.
That would be this computer here. So we have Olympus, we have Monarch, we have Tartarus. I guess we don't know what that is yet. We have Scylla, we have Typhon, we have Phineas's lab, we have Terra 2, which is where Emerald Vale was, but it's also where a colony named Byzantium is. And then we have the Groundbreaker. We can go to Phineas's lab. I don't know if we can actually go to any of these other places. Ariadnes's DLC. Olympus is locked. Tartarus is locked. Scylla and Monarch both look... Oh, Hephaestus. The Hephaestus Mining Company was first to establish outposts here, and as such it has claimed the planet for itself. Interesting. Alright, so we'll just move to the Groundbreaker. Docking bays, because we only had one option. I do like... Whoa, welcome to the system map. Welcome to the system map. Here you can see all the planets in the system, as well as some special points of interest that you may have discovered. You can fly your ship to any location that you have unlocked, though some landing bays require special codes and keys before they allow you to land there. Moving between planets is considered extremely dangerous, and all employees are encouraged to remain home or at work. I'm surprised that home is first. All employees are encouraged to remain at work or home.
Breaker has approved our request for docking, Captain. You're free to disembark.
You're now free to move around the galaxy.
Got a sec?
Sure.
Hey, Captain. I heard that Groundbreaker's got a real good engineer. A lady named Junlei Tennyson?
What about her?
I was thinking that maybe I ought to meet her. If you got time to swing us by, I mean. I don't got much experience fixing actual spaceships. I bet you a can of Borston beans she could teach me all manner of stuff.
I thought you said you could keep this boat in good repairs.
I abso-surely can. I'm a passing fair mechanic. Even Mr. Thompson would have said it's my only skill. But I'm used to working on cannery lines, AG loaders and the like. There's tricks about ships I ain't learned yet. Alls I'm looking for is a few pointers. I bet a lady who runs a whole station has forgot more than I ever learned.
I mean,
Thanks, Captain. I'll
not
be sure to make it worth your time.
now, but,
Do you want to talk about something else?
no. Now this is closed. I unlocked Tinker, didn't I? I sure did. So if I tinker, what does that do? Damage from 66 to 72. First of all, if I tinker this while it's reduced condition, will it also repair it? Let's experiment, shall we? It in fact did not. But that's okay. Okay, so every little bit bumps it up 1 whole point, huh? Actually, that's a scatter shot. It does 19 times 12. So that's actually bumping it up 12 whole points. Just like that's bumping it up 1. That's only 2. That's 4. What is this? That's very weird. I think this is because I'm on an ultra-wide monitor. And it's not really... Yeah, I don't want to update that. I want to get rid of this thing and wear something else as quickly as I possibly can. Alright. What mods have I got? Oh, I got a mag mod. I don't have any site mods. Should have put the mag mod in this one. Because I bet it's a... Oh, nope, that changes it to power. I don't really want it to be a zapper. That the only... I've got a barrel mod already on it. Mag to power changes the power type to plasma. So a plasma tactical shotgun. Or a plasma hunting rifle, which is essentially a sniper rifle. Alright. We're good with that for the moment. Alright, so these are captain's quarters.
I've shut off the visual feed from my ocular inputs in the captain's quarters, so you're free to disrobe whenever you'd like.
That's as creepy a statement as this is. So there's your holographic shroud. Need some kind of... And that's going to be a stash. Alright. Messages for Alex Hawthorne. Hawthorne's unread messages from you, Bedford. Silly me, I'm mailing you a copy of my favorite serial, The Space Adventures of Singularity Steel. A dashing space pirate with a heart of, well, steel. It's not exactly board approved, so don't go showing it around to your spacer buddies. I hope it will amuse you while you're out adventuring. Any similarities to a certain someone are entirely intentional. is so just the okay. Oh, yeah. Let's be putting that back. I tried to click on it to use it. Clearly, that didn't work. Okay, so this person is on. Okay then. We met when I accidentally impounded your ship. My silly fat fingers embarrassing me once again. Okay. I was not going to look through those. Shrink array. Remember this later. No better. Ada, remind me weekly to check this log until I tell you to stop. Yes, I mean continually. No, Ada, not if I'm dead. Why would you even ask me that? Shrink array. A power hammer. Two Martins yammering on about a mad scientist on their back who claimed he'd made a huge discovery that would change the fate of the colony. Like none of us had heard that one before. But here's the good part. The Martins said the mad scientist kept yelling about the hammer's power or something similar. A strange weapon with a special power created by a crazy lab coat. Sure, fits the bill. It could be another one of those weapons that inspired Wells. Why won't Wells just give the shrink ray to me? I did apologize for shouting him down 5 times, but architect be damned, it's just sitting there, neglected and gathering dust. I should have commandeered it and thanked him without asking permission or breaking expensive equipment when he said it wasn't ready yet, and that even if it were, he couldn't entrust it to someone like me. Okay then. Well, that's interesting. So those are... Those are references to the science weapons that are referenced in the perks panel. There's a mop. Okay. Crew's quarters are open. Vicar Max is settling in. That one looks empty. This one also looks empty. I don't know. I don't remember. Does that mean Parvati bunks? Like... Oh. Yeah. Does Parvati bunk in the engineering area? Or did I just not notice which one was hers because not much stuff has moved into it yet? Probably some combination of both of those. Alright. No real need to familiarize myself with the ship. I don't think I need to tinker anything else. I don't think I have enough stuff on me. Actually, I do. I have quite a few extra weapons on me. Let's see. Those do not look sorted by name because assault rifle and assault rifle are not next to each other. Okay. I thought that indicated that they were in use by somebody, but that does not seem to be the case. Alright. So we are going to break down, and we're going to sort by name again because it said they were sorted by name, but they were definitely not. Alright. We'll keep one. Blood on stick. Keep one of those. Plasma rifle probably come in handy. So does that mean it's an improvised weapon? Or does that mean... Does it actually have utility? I don't know what that icon means. I don't know. There's just far too much that I don't know. So, it's a named bladed weapon that does 48 DPS and applies bleed. It's no mod slots. Looks essentially to be this same weapon that has 2 mod slots, does 50 points of damage, 60 DPS, and also does bleed. So this thing is just... Oh, it needs significant repair. Yeah, that's still... It only takes it up to 59 points of damage. I mean, we can repair it, sure. So now it does a little bit more damage than this version. I still don't see it being worthwhile. Alright, and don't need to keep those. And whoa, that's not what I wanted. I mean, I'll take it just because there's no point in not. Okay, store that. Am I gonna need the engineering? Probably not. I don't think I'm gonna need that either. neutrino, which is my healing concoction in my inhaler. Alright, so if we can take two, yes, so they're both dotted, so we can take both of them. As I recall, no reason not to just yet. Sometimes there are. Every once in a while, they one of your people will like have objections to you stealing things, and you'll have a mission where you need to steal something. So you leave them on the ship. They don't witness you stealing, and you're all good. None of your people are saying anything.
Crew bills us for air filtration.
Just checking your ship's manifest. Standard procedure. Welcome to Groundbreaker, by the by. Captain. Hey, Captain. I'm in space. I never thought I'd be able to say that.
Yeah, we've been in space for quite a while.
That's not the point. This hack would just knocked out one of my workers.
Yeah, with a tossball stick. I heard you the first time. There weren't any witnesses.
No witnesses. He's not even denying it.
Jackass had it coming.
Shut it, Felix. You're not making this any better.
You get cute with me again, you little back bay brat, I will toss you out an airlock.
This is the Groundbreaker, not Byzantium. You ain't the law here. I am. Now move along.
I don't have time for this. I need a drink.
Going for a stroll around the docking base? Sure was.
Yep.
Got a knack for upsetting the board and the Mardettes all at once. Between you and me, I was hoping they'd come to fisticuffs.
It's almost like you wanted to get arrested.
Yeah, because I knocked my foreman out with a tossball stick. But, to be fair, I wasn't the one who started it. The guy was insulting my Rizzo's Rangers. Look, if it's a crime to defend your favorite tossball team against slander and calumny, well then lock me right up.
I mean, Battery, as a reaction to your team being slandered, probably is
You wouldn't be
a crime.
saying that if you'd been there. Guy never liked me, always trying to get a rise out of me. But I keep my chin up, right? Be the bigger man, I tell myself. He's a Spacer's chosen man, though. So when the Chosen beat my Rangers the other night, my foreman comes swaggering up with his head full of boasting.
And that's when you resolve your differences like an adult, right?
That's when I broadsided him with a tossball stick. Yeah. Look, this was a long time coming. Guy thinks he can push me around because he's some sky-high foreman, and I'm just a back bay's dock worker. Well, former dock worker. Guess I just tendered my resignation.
Upside his head.
Enjoy my freedom. Scrounged together enough bits for a 0G. Other than that, can't say as I do. Hey, not for nothing, but I saw you wander out of that ship over there by the dock. Wouldn't happen to be yours, would it?
For the moment.
So your ship's got a dark and violent history? This is just too perfect. Hey, I don't want to talk your ears off, guessing you got places to be. I appreciate your time. Felix Millstone. Pleased to make your acquaintance. See you around, boss.
Alright. Some Rizzos, some Spacer's Choice. Is this Anti-Cleos? Anti-Cleos. Sublight Salvage. Oh yeah, I forgot about sublight. Alright. I'm guessing we landed here. The intended purpose is to go up here. Gunner McRed for several counts of public intoxication, destruction of Groundbreaker property, unpaid docking fees, and resisting arrest. Contact Commandant Sanita if you have any information concerning McRed's whereabouts. Failure to report a tip may result in imprisonment and a fine. Proof of kill required to collect reward. Death seems a harsh sentence for public intoxication, destruction of property, unpaid fees, and resisting arrest. Phineas, we kind of knew about already. And Phineas again. Alright, what do we got? Customs and inspection. Yeah, I saw the sign. Customs. Light assault rifle. So some medium ordnance control armor for 300 credits. 350 credits. Some standard troop armor. Gives you a hack plus 7 for 300. Or heavy armor. Ooh, plasma sword. I don't know what that means. The pickaxe also has it, so it does look like there's potentially interactive items or interactive landscape to use it. Okay. No armor in this one. Alright. And the door is closed, so I guess we gotta talk to this guy.
Identification, please.
Present Hawthorne's ID.
Captain Hawthorne, you said. Let me apologize in advance. I'm about to ruin your day. According to your ship's record, you've been flagged by the board. Your ship will be impounded until such a time as they see fit to lift it.
But we've hardly been out of Edgewater long enough to get in trouble.
Well, isn't this wonderful? The captain's done something to get on the board's bad side.
Now, hold on. This isn't the end of the world. Probably.
So how do I get this
I want to
resolved?
take it up with Udom Bedford, our
Yep.
representative here on Groundbreaker. His office is located along the starboard wall of the promenade. Shines like a Byzantium commode. Can't miss it.
Byzantium commode. I take it this happens a lot.
Just the opposite. The board knows we don't take kindly to their interfering in our operations here.
Surely this must be some sort of mix-up.
They must have a real big bee in their bonnets then. Everyone knows you don't trifle with Groundbreaker if you want to get your goods on time.
If I had to take a guess as to why, you probably riled up the wrong petty board bureaucrat. A man named Udom Bedford.
Yep. Alright. I'll go talk to him and straighten this out, I
Take the
guess.
starch out of him. Well, you won't hear any complaints from me. Oh, and if you're headed that way, would you mind doing me a favor?
That's a little odd, but sure.
The door set over in sickbay. Tell her the shipment's not in yet. It's not coming in anytime soon, and if she'd be so obliged to get off my ass about it.
Yeah.
Of course. What am I to you but the guy who's got his eye on your ship? Is there anything else I can help you with?
You're the guy that told me I can't leave. Yeah.
You noticed, huh?
Sharp like that.
What can I say? We're passionate folks, and the board can't abide that independent spirit, especially not when it might impact their bottom line. All their interstellar freighters come through us, and we skim a few bits off the top in manifest processing fees with every one. Folks around here will bluster that the board hates our freedom, but really, they know we can stop their out-system shipments anytime we like, and that terrifies them.
So, your station's in a state of disrepair. Make the board fix it. Why can't Groundbreaker and the board just work together? Glad it terrifies them. The bastards keep pushing back. Sounds complicated. I don't really know enough about the board to give them that one.
You mean the heat? Sure, we could make them fix it, but what would they do in retaliation? They got assault cruisers, gunships, and a handful of mining operations at their fingertips. We push them too hard, maybe they decide we'd be better in 10 trillion little pieces. Or they cobble together a new Groundbreaker and put us out of business.
The board wouldn't do that. Would they?
The board is necessary to provide order to the colony. They believe it's their prerogative to overrun you. But whether you allow that is up to you.
It's a tough line to walk, no doubt about that. But we may do all right. So far, anyway.
Fair enough. Yeah, thanks for the info.
Sure thing.
I guess we'll be going.
Be seeing you.
Or not. Oh, yep, you opened doors for me. Mardet, so that's just like the local constables.
Hi there. Haven't seen you around before. What can Groundbreaker Security do for you today? Chief Tennyson don't generally hire outsiders for station jobs, but you could try asking at Sublight Salvage. They got an office on the far end of the promenade deck. Anything else I can help you with, mister?
Nah, that's all good.
Captain, could I have a moment of your time?
Of course, it's not like we're going anywhere.
Captain, if I could trouble you for a moment of your time, while we're on the Groundbreaker, I may have an idea for how we could find a translator.
You know somebody who can read that book.
I've been thinking on that. There's a former infamous philosopher scholar who fled Terra 2 some years ago. He's an expert on Bakonu. He's also who told me of the journal's presence in Emerald Vale.
So he was a
Anyone in this
prisoner.
colony could translate that book. It would be him.
Sounds like a good lead. Only one guy in the whole colony that can translate French. A former what now?
You caught me. Listen, the OSI frowns on fraternization with philosophists. I'd like to keep my associations with our scholar friend quiet.
So you see only one guy in this whole colony that can translate French.
The only one I'm aware of. I suppose we could always just ask random passers-by if they are fluent in it.
Yeah, let's do that. Your sarcasm is duly noted and will be reflected on your reviews.
1,000 pardons, my good captain. I thought we were engaging in witty repartee. Now, as far as tracking down this scholar, fortunately, we're in the perfect place to start. This is where I'd go if I wanted to get off Terra 2. Great place to pick up a ride to Hephaestus, Scylla, even Monarch. All I need is access to a data cartridge from the security terminal. Their easily hackable system keeps a registry of all crew manifests for both arrivals and departures.
How is it that a simple vicar happens to be such a highly skilled hacker?
Before I transferred to Edgewater, I had a wealth of time to develop certain secular skills during my years serving a particular penitentiary flock. I meditated, led sermons, provided guidance to the inmates as needed, of course. I also played prison yard tossball and taught myself a bit about computronic security systems.
Alright.
Thank you, Captain.
Yeah, finding said terminal is probably going to be easier said than done. Stuff just sitting around. Crew quarters.
This is Halcyon News. We interrupt your regularly scheduled advertisement for the following story. The board would like to remind
Regularly scheduled advertising. They got purple Nuka-Cola and a hole in the wall.
Anarchists live as one with the animals, lawless, savage, and unemployed. The board's embargo ensures that nothing can leave the planet and threaten our hardwood.
That one's not stealing. Get up on top of that box. Nope. Looks like up is not the way. Alright.
Try not to be distracted by the glare of the adverts. Lots of unsavory types about.
The Lost Hope. So, bar open. Okay. Drink efficiently. Oh, okay. Spacer's Choice. Dude, got the moon helmet on.
About the heat. Chief Tennyson will get the radiators fixed soon. Of course, this heat sure makes a zero-G brew extra refreshing. It's an ale that's good for what ails you.
It's an ale
and
that's...
it's not the best choice. It's Spacer's Choice. Taste the freedom. A lot of slogans to keep track of. Sometimes I forget.
I've got to ask about that.
I'm bound to satisfy headgear-related inquiries. Please send any complaints to our Consumer Care Headwear Division.
You doing alright in there?
Oh, I'm having a stellar day. And not just because I'm legally obligated to say so. Almost as stellar as a Spacer's Choice is affordable.
Where can I get a hat like that?
You would never ask if you knew what it's like in here. I mean, why anyone can be a Spacer's Choice Consumer Relations Choice Specialist. Just keep your nose clean and aim for the moon. I can see all of the top quality merchandise in the Spacer's Choice catalog, which is available here at a reasonable price.
How do you brush your teeth?
Spacer's Choice regrets that we don't sell toothpaste at this time, but we're always working on delivering exciting new products to our customers. Sprat Wash, Mouthwash, and Mantafloss are among the exciting lines of dental goods.
Sprat Wash? Do you miss eating solid food?
Don't miss out on these deals. You'll find none like them on all of Groundbreaker, or anywhere in the Halcyon colony.
He not answering any of my questions. Do you have to sleep with that hat on?
Trouble sleeping? Try our lunar eclipse mix. That's 2 handfuls of pep pills washed down with a hearty swig of 2-hour energy brew. The blast will send you through the stratosphere and the crash will knock you out cold, guaranteed.
Does Spacer's Choice make you wear that?
Add an additional 10% to your purchase today and the proceeds will be donated to Spacer Cares, our premier corporate welfare program. At Spacer's Choice, we care about your health and emotional well-being. That's why we put Martin through 6 years of vendor school, only to make him wear this hat.
Do you need me to help you get out of there?
Even if my contract didn't forbid it, I think it's part of me now. Now, are you ready to make Spacer's Choice Lunar Green Moonmouth lozenges a part of you? Lunar Green, the future is spearmint.
I'm addressing the man beneath the mask. Are you okay?
Damn it. No slogan for that one. Look, this hat, my job. It may not seem like much to a brave space captain, but they're all that I have. If there are self-made purgatories, then we all have to live in them. Mine can be no worse than someone else's.
Oh,
Now,
no, it definitely is.
Chit-chat, I hope you don't mind if I make the most of this short life and try to be the best moon person I can be.
Sorry if I pushed you too hard, Martin.
It's fine. I should be stronger than this. Thanks for taking an interest. Speaking of interest, can I interest you in some quality budget goods? At Spacer's Choice, we cut corners so you don't have to.
Let's see what you got to trade. Alright. You have some blunt weapons and some expensive ass armor and some moon hats. You have a lot of moon hats. Why do you have so many moon hats? With a give a lie skill bonus. Okay, sorry, dude. But that's a lot of people spawning in and walking this direction. I'm not sure they were supposed to do that all at the same time.
I know she's in there, Mkuru. You can't keep me out of there.
Please don't make a scene, Dr. Fenhill.
I am not making a scene.
You do seem to kind of be like making a scene.
What seems to be the problem?
I don't actually need anything.
Without dispensation from Chief Junlei, I fear. Supplies are hard to come by out here.
Chief Tennyson or Chief Junlei? I guess it depends on your
We don't have the ability to
familiarity.
manufacture our own medical supplies here on Groundbreaker. Regrettably, we are dependent on the board for such mundane items as bandages and antibiotics, as well as more critical resources like adequately trained staff.
Adequately.
We nearly signed a supply agreement with Anti-Cleos, but they demanded we only use their branded drugs, and that's simply not tenable.
Alrighty then.
Take care.
I was actually hoping to ask you about where to find that person that the customs guy wanted to.
Am I causing a scene?
A little bit.
See, Mkuru? We could have avoided all this unpleasantness if you just let me talk to Jesse in the first place.
So, what's this about your friend?
Let me get one thing straight. Jesse and I are not friends. I just owe her, okay? As for the rest, I'm trying to figure that out. All I know is that she's been here too long, and she's apparently not receiving visitors.
You don't even like her, but you're checking on her? That's
You say that like
unusual.
it's weird.
Yeah, it it's none of my business. I was just
I
curious.
just don't like to leave a debt unpaid. That's all.
I mean, I can offer to look in on her, but I'm not. That doesn't really make
Be my
sense.
guest.
It's
If you
clearly
know something I don't about dealing with hospital bureaucracy, I'll be impressed.
quest objective requires you to enter a restricted area. If caught inside, you'll be shot on sight. Using a disguise will prevent immediate hostilities. Okay. Fair enough. Alright, so this is not the restricted zone. Are you the... Yes, you're the
Can't
woman,
say
I
I've seen you
think.
before. I take it you're a freighter captain? If you're here to better yourself, you'll have to wait. We're having a spot of trouble with our delivery service.
Yeah. Wheeler told me to tell you to get off his ass about your shipment. Wheeler said your shipment won't be coming in
You
soon.
must be referring to Irion. I'm sure the fool's gotten himself into another scrape. I'm beginning to wonder if I'm ever gonna get my service mechanicals at this rate.
Who's Irion?
Our delivery man. A brave idiot with a penchant for getting himself delayed. Sometimes by dates, usually by bandits.
What do you need mechanicals for?
Surgery mostly. Medical personnel are difficult to come by on Groundbreaker.
Maybe.
I'd be grateful if you'd spare the time. We need his delivery soon as yesterday. Last he told me, he was taking a shortcut by Scylla, an asteroid in the Charybdis cluster. That's where I'd start, were I the adventuring type. You look out, though. The place is probably crawling with outlaws.
Probably. They're just staring at me, waiting for me to steal something. It's not marked as stealing, so. So this is an ID cartridge for the holographic shroud. Can't even see in there. I like that effect. That's not too bad. Alright. Pretty sure I remember there's a secondary way into that area. And that's gonna be... Oh, alrighty then. I didn't look at the sign here. The rest and go. Okay, so that's gonna be a hotel area. You know what? I bet there's a map. I bet I don't have to do this. Nope, I do have to do this like that. Oh, okay, so let's put it on the... I put on the marker for, I think that's where Gladys is. And that's the back route into the med area. There's not a back route into the security, but that might be an empty room to get access to the security terminal that Max wants access to. And then engineering's back here. And that's an elevator down into the bowels, I believe, which is where we find some people that have some bounties on them. I don't remember where we pick up the bounty quests, though. It says Mardet. I read Marauder really quickly as I just kind of skimmed over it. Recent users. Oh, uh-oh. Martin Callahan did not log out. Is this my life now? Because if it is, I'll take it. I'll be your Moonman, but there won't be anything left of me to care. You made your spacer's choice when you signed the employment contract. Oh, Martin's from Terra too. Enjoyed the quality Spacer's Choice goods I sent you. You can get ones just like them at home, but I figured you might appreciate me getting the company discount and all. I was gonna log him out. I can't do that. Okay, so heat, contractors at Sublight, no loitering on public, especially Felix. Okay. So if I can't log him out, maybe what I can do is...
Have you tried our dehydrated water tablets? Just add air.
Dehydrated.
For yourself. Make a choice. Spacer's choice.
Dehydrated water tablets. Just add air.
Shit. Oh, shit. No, I mean, yeah, excellent. Yeah, that was intentional. As the face of Spacer's Choice, it's my honor to be a public figure. Who needs privacy when you have job security?
Alright. Is this the same terminals? Oh. So, June Lee Tennyson has somebody missing. Oh. Well, I should have paid more attention to it because it just... My ship limped into Groundbreaker. We couldn't make the repair fees. They took my ship and sold it off as scrap. Now my credit is shot to hell and corporate freighters won't hire me on. I'm hoping someone with a bunk to spare and places to go is feeling charitable. Thanks for listening. 56 posted 56 times in 632 days. This is a general notice about impound policies. If the board impounded your ship, take it up with the board. Their embassy is the gaudy building opposite Sublight's warehouse. Send them your questions, outstanding fees, and hate mail, especially the hate mail. If Groundbreaker impounded you, pay your damn fees and don't bother my people. Alrighty then. Interesting. I'll have to go scan that.
Byzantium, you gold-plated bastards.
Yeah, no one wants you on Groundbreaker.
These stairs are board property. Disperse now, or I'll detain you for trespassing.
Oh, real scary. You're really gonna arrest us on our station?
Yeah, this is Chief Junlei's ship. You don't own shit here.
Step back!
I'm just gonna hang in the back and try not to touch anything.
You'd think the board and its agents would be more content, sitting at the top of the system's food chain as they are.
Are scheduled to air soon.
Ah, yes. Wheeler messaged me you were coming. You must be the captain of the Unreliable, a vessel that used to be helmed by one Alex Hawthorne. And you are not he. Has something happened to my favorite scruffy freelancer?
Yeah, Alex is dead.
Oh no, this is terrible. My dear friend, what devilry is this? In whose miserable fever dream am I trapped?
I'm sorry for your loss.
Oh, Alex. There were so many arguments we'd yet to have.
What exactly was your relationship with Alex Hawthorne?
He was my dearest friend. My only friend.
'Cause you're a...
Ship, you must know. That picture of us on the promenade, me hugging him, him wincing. I keep a copy beside my bed. Did he?
Yep, he sure did.
Just like him. Such a sentimental man. Tell me, how did he die?
He was eaten alive by feral canids.
Oh, how dreadful. That was always Alex's greatest fear. Devoured by those genes. Becoming one with their droppings.
Again, I'm very sorry. Can we get back to the topic?
Right. You're going important places, I'm sure. Big, exciting, important places.
Not really.
I've removed the flag from your ship. I'm terribly sorry for the inconvenience. However, before you go, Alex promised to tell me the location of Phineas Wells. I'm sure you've seen his wanted posters all over the colony. Did Alex tell you where Wells might be? Anything at all?
Alex never mentioned Wells.
That's... well, that's just terrible news.
I mean, it's the absolute truth because I never talked to him.
The board will have my head. Oh, I'm sorry. This is terribly unprofessional of me. Is there anything else I might help you with?
No, that's alright. We're leaving because I don't really want necessarily anything to do with those people.
Reward offered for information leading to the capture of wanted terrorist Phineas Wells. Report any sightings to your local board embassy.
The servbot's name is Greasy. Okay then. And we've got, oh, Ike's Armory. What you got, Ike?
You look like someone who's taken their share of cuts and bruises. Need some armor? Maybe it's a bit secondhand, but that's only a testament to its durability. We also have a line of specialized melee weapons, for those times you have to repel boarders but don't want to risk a bullet through the hull.
Yeah, let me see what you got. Alright. Plasma cutters. Very expensive, but they look cool. And very expensive armor. So we got some medium armor for 342. Some light armor. We get some 19 armor, medium level armor. 500. We get some extra heavy armor. We got some helmets. And we got some just clothes. 11 armor for basic streetwear. Okay, there's enclosed padded helmet. It's not even armor, it's just clothing. Alright, yeah. Bratwurst. Oh, that's... They're making sausages out of the sprats. Okay. Let's go have a little chit-chat with...
Thought there'd be more machinery. Must be housed on a sub-level.
I could spend all day in here and not have looked at half the best stuff. It's all pretty worn, though.
Junlei Tennyson. I'm captain around here, but chief to my friends. Hope you don't mind the formal introduction. Groundbreaker doesn't see many visitors.
Captain of the Unreliable.
Hope you scared some sense into those bureaucrats giving you trouble. Just so we understand each other, I'm the final word on the ship. The Mardits, the crew, the engineers, their family. I hope there won't be any problems while you're visiting. Good. Don't go making trouble, and chances are you won't find any. That's how I like it here. So what brings you to Groundbreaker? I'm curious, even though 9 times out of 10 the answer's just passing through. Interesting. The powers that be paint an ugly picture of Monarch. Critters and such. Maybe someone in the promenade can get you the right weapon for the job. We see a lot of the same faces coming and going. Most of them board spies and corporate sprats. Makes it hard to trust outsiders. You seem different, so welcome aboard.
It seems kind of warm in here, so, what's going on?
Groundbreaker's radiators need replacement parts. They're dumping superheated air into my ship.
It's got to be a reason you haven't.
The board has access to new parts, and I won't let them swindle me into a corner. None. Every time I give in to the board, Groundbreaker loses its freedom. Soon there won't be anything left. I can't allow that. The board isn't helping, and my resources are spread thin. If I don't get those radiators back online, Groundbreaker, everyone aboard, will be cooked alive.
So that doesn't seem like a science skill thing to say, but we'll...
Reasonable, huh? That's the best news I've heard all day. According to my grandmother's old schematics, the parts we need should be in the back bays.
The back bays. Am I supposed to know where that is?
I forgot not everyone knows this ship like I do. The back bays are on a lower deck, long abandoned and a haven for miscreants now.
And you can't get these parts anywhere else.
In Halcyon, new parts come by way of interstellar freighters from Earth, and the board monopolizes that kind of trade. That means I'd have to negotiate with the board. I've already given them the shops, the docking fees, and a damn embassy.
Damn right. And while I'm captain of the Groundbreaker, it falls to me to preserve this ship's independence.
Have you tried sending anybody down?
I have. One of my engineers, plus a small security detail. They didn't come back. I can't afford to lose any Mardits on this job. No offense, but a freelancer like you is more dispensable.
Yeah, none taken.
Nice and pragmatic. Thanks for understanding. Those idiots are immune to reason, and they don't much care if the station melts to pieces. They're content to die last. If you could find some way to solve this without violence, I'd prefer that. But more than anything, we need those parts.
Alright,
Good.
well.
Once you've obtained the parts, we can proceed to the next phase of repairs.
Well, I didn't get to...
What can I do for you, Captain?
Parvati wanted to talk to you. Yeah.
What? I didn't think you just...
Parvati, is it? That's a lovely name. What can I do for you?
I was just thinking, I haven't got much experience working with actual, real spaceships, Miss Junlei. Chief Junlei.
Junlei is fine.
Okay. Since you run a whole space station, I was wondering if, well, maybe you could teach me some things. I could message you later, maybe?
I'd be happy to make the time, Parvati. You can ask me anything.
Wow, great! I'll do that then. Messages. Later. Oh, your name's pretty too. I should have said... Sorry. I like it. Honest. Sorry. Couldn't have done it without your moral support, Captain.
Now, if there's nothing else, there are other parts of the ship begging for my attention.
Yep. We'll be on our way.
This is Halcyon News. We
So
interrupt
Gladys is that direction.
for the following story. Remember Auntie Cleo?
Nope, I do not remember Auntie Cleo. Happiness is a warm spaceship. Alright.
Because she remembers you. When you were sick.
Is that also this direction?
When you were hungry.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
Keep him quiet, Cap.
Who there? Hey, McRed, were you expecting any company?
A neighbor from above approaches our realm. Back away now, or you'll parley with the king.
I mean, parlay usually means talk, right? Okay, I'm confused. I think this was supposed to trigger combat.
Look at this ripe piece of meat just sizzling on the grill. Yum, yum. Time to feed the flames. It's nothing personal. Promise.
Is this what carbon monoxide poisoning looks like? I don't think this deck is too well ventilated.
Speaking for myself, Captain, I am not of a mind to be murdered by a psychopath who plays with fire.
You came with the crew. Welcome. We got plenty of space to spread out, but only room for one captain.
Well, if it's nothing personal, I'll just be going.
No
back on me while I'm holding court. Get 'em, boys!
Figures. Oh, wow. Yeah, that went south fast. Well, there's no wall to the left, huh?
Hey, McRed, were you expecting any company?
A neighbor from above approaches our realm. Back away now. Here we go! You're mine!
One hit! Get up!
Whoa. Okay. There's like nowhere to take cover. There's no real cover system in the game anyway, but still.
Who there? Hey, McRed, were you expecting any company?
A neighbor from above approaches our realm. Back
Here we go! Careful, you're wounded!
Holy cow, I go from wounded to dead before I can hit the button to hit my inhaler. That is seriously insane. No, going back down there right now is seriously insane. I should probably spend my skill points.
Hey, McRed, were you expecting any company?
A neighbor from above. Ready for this. What there?
Got the wrong weapon out. Got the wrong weapon out. That was the shotgun, not the... That was supposed to be automatic fire. Alright. Correct weapon. We're gonna do this one more time.
Who there? Hey, McRed, were you expecting any company?
A neighbor from above.
Yep. Okay. I am not equipped for that. For one, I've got crappy armor.
CNP Burst Pockets can be microwaved in 2.5 seconds. Burst Pockets.
Alright.
Ooh, can we rent an upstairs room?
We interrupt your...
How do you do? And welcome to the Rest and Go. We used to be the Go and Rest, but folks never knew when to leave. Sorry. Business has been slow. Anything to occupy the time. Of course, most of our supplies come and go through merchants. Company ships and salvage runs are the only traffic we tend to get. I try and steer clear of that creepy fellow in the moon mask. If there's a cost to being a company man, he paid it in spades.
He did indeed.
Oh, you can't miss her. Right behind you, number 2. First unit on the left, or second unit from the right, depending on which direction you count from.
Right. I think I'll just... well... How much money I got? A lot more than I thought I had. Where did all that money come from? Alright, an armor mod that increases your carrying capacity, okay. And handful of weapons. Ooh, a flamethrower. And shears? Physical armor rating +3 and a mag to zap. And some stuff that I can't purchase. I believe this is Gladys's place.
Bless my heart. A stranger come knocking on a poor old woman's door.
Actually, I just walked in.
Reason? Or did the neighbors tell you how good my sugar cookies are? Made without a single natural ingredient or an oven. Just like store-bought.
Yeah.
Those have been the height of illegality since Stellar Bay turned their noses up at the board. You and I could be thrown to the void just for discussing such a transaction. Lucky for us, Groundbreaker's a free port. We're outside of the board's control. For the time being, at least. Now, I only have the one nav key. And they're hard to come by these days. It won't be cheap. If you find yourself lacking in the bits, I might have an opportunity you'd be interested in.
Let's see. Any chance of a discount?
Phineas, that old kook. He was quite the dancer back in his prime, did he tell you? Real light on his feet. Real light in the wallet, too. He still owes me a small fortune. Laws. Maybe I should charge you double.
Yeah. No, thank you.
Well, I find I'm in need of a ship captain with a little moral flexibility. Might be this could help out the Groundbreaker, as well as earn some bits. But if you've got qualms...
Let's hear the details.
You know Edna, over in engineering. Sweet as a pea, that one. On occasion, she'll pass along transmissions I might find interesting. She sent me a recording of a distress signal she'd scraped from the Groundbreaker's comm array. Curious thing is, it came from an outpost called Roseway. And Auntie Cleo abandoned that place years ago.
Why was Roseway abandoned?
Can't say I know for sure. Maybe it never really was.
Sounds like someone poking into somewhere they shouldn't be got into a spot of trouble.
Comm centers don't operate themselves, Captain. Someone had to have sent that distress call manually.
Those corps are cleverer than all get out. Might have been a ruse to keep the rest of the board from sniffing around.
Maybe it's some sort of automated message.
Edna didn't seem to think so, and I trust the dear girl's judgment. Well, maybe not in men, but she knows her comms. So, like as not, someone's been down there recently. And if someone set up shop in Roseway, I'd wager they got something to hide.
If it's a corporate town with something to hide, why an SOS?
Maybe whatever they're hiding went to heck. and now they need a few spare hands to clean up the mess. If you should find a secret worth selling, might be I could find a buyer. Corporate bigwigs will pay top bit for inside information on their competitors. The more we got the corps fighting each other, the less time they got to meddle in our affairs.
That's an interesting,
My goodness, aren't you quick on the uptake? I like that. Should you find yourself responding to a certain distress call, and in so doing find yourself in possession of certain valuable corporate secrets, well, then we ought to have a chat over a pot of tea and my famous cookies.
I'll stop by if I find anything.
Law bless your atoms. Here's a copy of the SOS recording, complete with the coordinates. Don't forget to come find old Gladys when you're done.
Sure. In the meantime,
A copper kettle off that girl who runs the pub. She's a fierce arm wrestler, but she's no match for your pal Gladys.
alright. She won't sell me weapons yet. Well, she'll sell salvagers. Help. Holy cow. That's a lot of damage. $660 DPS. Holy cow. Okay. Magnum, so what does that one do? Mag to melt. Let's just sell me a gun with the mag to melt in it, but she won't sell me the mag to melt, huh? And I only get a 2% discount. Alright, well, I have some points to spend. I have 20 points to spend, okay. Where am I going? So if I throw it into ranged, that'll raise long guns and handgun, or long guns and heavy weapons. Handguns has to be raised individually now, but I'm not using handguns. Might as well put those into 50s as well. Some stealth. At hack 40, I can get access to the restricted items in the vending machines. I don't want to spend my money in the vending machines, though. Alright, so I need to work science and engineering up. And where did I put the rest of them? Throw some points in there too. Alright. So, more health, lower vendor prices, More XP from companion kills. More damage if I have no companions. Boost walk speed. Recharge TTD. Sprint speed. Carrying capacity. Companions crit plus 15% chance. Increase my base armor. And increase science weapon mag size. I think it's gotta be that. Doesn't it? And then, so after I get my 5th, so one more perk, then this level of perk opens up. Alright. Should I give Max the shock stick? Probably. Well, I don't know that it matters because he's not really ever using melee, so. So she's using an assault rifle. And he's using a shotgun. Alright. Well, we're hitting the 137 mark, so I'm going to call it a wrap. Combat tonight has been absolutely horrendous. Hopefully we have some better luck next time. Thanks for watching, and I will catch y'all later.